this is the best organization to lead the country at a critical time. We have carried the first phase effectively, then come out of COVID, we can speak very boldly of having one of the best programs come out of it internationally.
Today we are making announcements as it relates to the staging of the 79th annual conference of the Jamaica Labour Party. Conference this year will be held over a 2-day period, with the private session of the party's conference being held this Saturday at the Montego Bay Convention Center. The format of the private session will see the nominations for the position of leader and deputy leaders being put to the delegates at the private session for the delegates to ratify the nominations that was previously made at the various area council meetings across the country. I will say our party, GEMSEC, that there has only been 5 nominations so far, 4 deputy leaders for the 4 area council, and 1 nomination for the post of leader, which is the present leader and Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness. The public session will be on the 20th at the National Arena in Kingston. The party will definitely, and we have started already mobilizing the ground, the various constituencies right across Jamaica. We are expecting a massive crowd at the National Arena, and the party supporters, based on the response that we have been getting on the ground, is eagerly anticipating. This is the first public session we'll be having since 2019, and it is of importance because while the restrictions on COVID has been lifted, the party is still cognizant that COVID is very much alive, and we will continue to ensure that the practices associated to the protocols are observed. I want to make a few appeal to party supporters who will be attending the conference on the 20th. We are going to have monitors on all the major routes taking party supporters to the conference. And these monitors will have the responsibility to see that there is nobody protruding, no party supporters riding on the top of buses or hanging out windows. I want to appeal to party supporters that this is not what we want in this our 79th year, and we are going to be working to ensure that that is eliminated.
So this is an important conference, not only as the first in 2019, but to also get our newly elected members of parliament engaged in the party annual conference, which is a critical part of their orientation and development. The conference, of course, is a private conference where all contents will be represented, and the leadership will, of course, as I said, look at the election of the leader, deputy leader, indicated by the chairman, conference chairman. If there is only one nomination, it will be an affirmation of the leadership of the party event. But we'll take the opportunity at the private conference to examine not only party policy but also government policy that relate to the constituents, the grassroots, in many ways. Of course, it is a private conference primarily to ensure that we now look at the party going forward for the next 36 months as we look for the rest of the term of office. And we have to get our young members of parliament in particular, not just settled, but in operating in normal times. The government have taken some very positive steps to ensure that institutions of state, in particular the social service institutions, are reaching the broad national scope and are not going through MP's office only. And the members of Parliament have been in a position to educate their constituents so that we understand what is being done. This is unfortunately a kind of a new aspect, but a part of the development of the country and a part of what we set the stage for a more prosperous and secure country. Because social services has to come through social service institutions. And we have to ensure that that is seen out there. We have managed the economy in a way that while we go to the with restricted to a small percentage, we have created more fiscal space, and we commend the Prime Minister and his financial team have set that stage. Having a national ID is critical to establishing an effective governance structure and one building the country's future development. And it is the most effective way of reaching our population without getting into personalities and squabbles and petty issues. This government is complete to national program development in all areas. This is the best organization to lead the country at a critical time. We have carried the first phase effectively. Then come out of COVID, we can speak very boldly of having one of the best programs come out of it internationally. In the Minister of Finance put it very neatly. Very few countries can speak of coming out. Already we are at higher levels of employment than before COVID. We have less debt than before COVID, and the economy is beginning to be beyond pre-COVID levels, at pre-COVID levels. It's almost a unique position globally because of the effective management of the Prime Minister and his team in the economic sphere. We are now moving forward to carry that to the wider country and to our party to ensure that we continue the program and we take the country towards real prosperity.
Now, just quickly, the theme of this year's party conference is Jamaica Stronger. And I think the theme is important because as a party, we have been building the economy, we have been building a country that is on the right path. We will admit that there are challenges, and those challenges, as the party general secretary have indicated, is not lost on the leadership of the party or on the government, and those are issues that will be addressed at the private and the public session of the party's 79th annual conference.